everybody, it's Brad from Ellicott City SOVAC. I'm here again with the BERNINA B990, and today I'm making a quick video to show you something really cool that I've discovered about the Help Center on the B990. Now, you may have seen in other videos the ability to use a tablet or your phone to bring up the Help Center and be able to have that next to you. I've discovered something that's really neat about being able to do that. But just in case you haven't seen it, let me show you exactly what it is that I'm talking about so that we're definitely all on the same page. Now, when we go and look at the Help Center on this machine, which we can do either by hitting the main menu button here and hitting this icon at the bottom, or by going to the home page and clicking on Help Center. If I didn't know what that icon meant, I could go here and see it. And in the Help Center, we have all these really helpful things, like, for instance, I have my fabric consultant here where I can go in and say, okay, I want to learn how to do something in sewing. Maybe I don't know how to use the machine to sew on a button. So I could go and see how this works. It's going to show me what type of threads it recommends. It's going to show me what settings to set the machine to. And it's also going to give me a little tutorial that I can follow along with while I do it. But while I'm looking at this page, the machine does not let me actually sew. So in order to have this information at hand, I can use a tablet. This is just an Android tablet I bought on Amazon. It was pretty cheap. But an iPad will work, or even just your phone will work, although the screen's pretty small with the phone. And what you do is this button here is going to be there. It looks like a little QR code, like when you go out to eat and they don't have a menu and you got to scan your QR code. So you click this, and what you do is you're going to scan this with the camera on the device. So if I just wake up my tablet here, it's got the camera on. I'm just going to scan, and then I hit the little link that comes up. And what it's going to do is it brings me up to the exact page that I was looking at, and I can go here and bring up the tutorial, and I can see step by step exactly what it wants me to do. And something else that's really cool about this is when I'm in the help menu on the screen on the machine here, I can actually hit this check mark in the corner of the screen, and what that'll do is it's actually going to go and set the settings that the machine is able to set for me. So in this case, it would select stitch 60, it would put the needle stop in the down position, it would tell the machine that I have presser foot number 18 on, and it'll adjust my presser foot pressure for sewing a button on. And when I do that on here, it's gonna activate it on the screen. So if I wanted to do that, I can. But let's say that I'm back to my sewing screen. If I hit it on the tablet's actually logged into the machine. So I'm actually able to, on the tablet, hit the green check mark, and you see here, it says, oh, do I want to apply these settings? Why, yes, I do. And that is going to set up my machine for doing the thing that I had told it I wanted to do. Now, we can also, on this tablet now, I have full access to the machine's Help Center. This isn't like going to some website somewhere. So if I go on here and I want to go back to the sewing here, and I want to see, instead of button sewing on, maybe I need to see how to do a blind hem, because I've never done a blind hem on a BERNINA. I want to know how to do it. I can touch blind hem. Again, I've got the preparation, the tutorial, the check mark down here. I can also go and tell it what kind of fabric I'm doing. Maybe I'm going to be doing something weird, like I'm doing a blind hem, but it's a really heavy knit fabric instead of a woven. I can go in and say, yeah, this is a heavy knit. What do I need to do to make that work? And if I hit the check mark, it's going to go and set the machine up here. Do you want to apply these settings? I'm going to use my mouse here. Yes, I do. And it's going to go and assign the number 5 foot. It's going to set my stitch length and width to the appropriate settings, and my presser foot pressure to the appropriate settings for a heavy knit. Okay, so now that's all stuff that you probably already knew that this did. Or if not, it does this. It's really cool. But what I have discovered is that because you are logging into the machine, and if you actually look at the web address, so if we look at the top up here, we look at the web address up here at the top, that's actually a location on my Wi-Fi network that is the machine's IP address. And I was like, well, I wonder if I have a device like, say, a laptop, if I have a device like that, instead of a tablet? Can I still access all this information and be able to go and do these cool things? Let's say I don't have a tablet, or I don't want to use my tablet, I want to have a larger screen, or I only have a phone and the screen is way too small. Yeah, you can actually do this on a computer, or actually you can do this on any device that has a web browser. If you've got something that has a web browser, you would be able to access the help menu in this. You could use, I don't know, a smart refrigerator if it had a web browser on it. It doesn't matter, because all we need to do is go to the machine's IP address. There's two ways that we can find out what the right IP address is for the machine to do this with. Number one is if you actually have a phone that'll do this, or a tablet or something, you can find out what the local IP address for your machine is, because that's what's going to be up at the top here. So in my case, it's 10.1.10.111, okay? And then after that, the machine, in order to get into the machine, you put in that number, okay, that you have up on your tablet screen, and then a colon, and then the number 4000, and that will take you right to the machine. Now, the laptop and the machine have to be on the same Wi-Fi network for this to work. But here, I'm going to show you on my computer. I'm going to show you how easy this is. But before I do that, let me show you where on the machine. Let's say you just don't have a device that scans barcodes for some reason, even though you have like a sewing machine that's like a spaceship. You don't have a smartphone or whatever. A place to find that number on the machine itself is to go into the settings of the machine. So if we go in and choose settings, and then I go to information. So I would go, all right, so I would go into machine here, and then I would go identification, under information, identification, right here, IP address. This is the number that you're going to type in, and then you're going to put a colon and the number 4000. That's how you're going to get into it. Now let me show you what that looks like on my laptop. Okay, so now we're looking at my laptop, and the way this works is you're just going to type in the IP address that you found either on the tablet or in the information screen on the machine. So I'm going to type in what it was, 10.1.10.111, and then remember the code to get into it is 4000. So we're going to hit a colon and then 4000. That's the port that we're going into. And we just hit enter. That is going to take me straight to the help center on the machine. And just like before, I am logged into the machine. So if I go into my consultant and I want to look up how to do any of the stuff, like I want to go into sewing and I want to see I'm going to do some overlocking. What do I do for that? If I'm going to overlock on a medium woven, right? What are the settings for this? I can see. Then I can click on the check mark down here and it'll send all those settings to the machine, just like doing it the other way. So I feel like that's really neat, because the screen size on a laptop is quite a bit bigger generally than most tablets. And I find it to be a little easier to navigate with a mouse and keyboard personally. Well, not the keyboard, but the mouse anyway, than touch. And I know a lot of people have trouble with touch devices in general, like, hitting and getting it to register exactly what you mean to hit. So this is really cool, and we can take this and I don't have to be anywhere near the machine. As long as I'm on the same network, I could go and be sitting on a couch or laying in bed with either the tablet or with a laptop. Yeah, it's just something cool that I discovered. I just thought it was neat. I didn't see anybody else talking about the ability to do this, and like I said, I just thought it was pretty cool, and so I wanted to let you guys know that it is a possibility to bring the help center to a laptop, not just to a tablet or a phone. So that's it for this video. I just wanted to share that real quick. I'll make another one soon. I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.